This week in sci-fi, we've got our eye on pop culture classic Supernova returns to Sydney. A first look at Westworld Season 4. Sci-fi news turns deadly as aliens invade. And Australia's best sci-fi streaming. Welcome to Eye on Sci-Fi, I'm Raymond Pedora. HBO have released a trailer for Season 4 of Westworld. True to form, it's very mysterious, and as always, Dolores has something on her mind. Even though there's no sign of him in the trailer, HBO has confirmed that James Marsden will be returning, although not in which role. And it seems the cast is also being joined by killer flies this season. Westworld Season 4 hit screens June 27 on Binge. Sci-Fi on Rails drama Snowpiercer will not be renewed beyond Season 4. Studio TNT had high hopes for the series, giving Season 4 the green light even before Season 3 premiered, but new corporate overlords Warner Bros. Discovery don't seem to have shared their enthusiasm. With that fourth season currently in production, hopefully the writers have enough time to bring the series to a satisfying conclusion. Season 1 to 3 of Snowpiercer are available now on Netflix. There's currently no ETA for Season 4, we'll keep you updated. HBO has ordered a new adult animated sci-fi series called Scavenger's Reign. The series is centered on the surviving crew of a deep space freighter that crash lands on a beautiful yet unforgiving planet. As they try to survive long enough to escape or be rescued, they begin to learn the true nature of the planet, and based on the trailer, it certainly looks interesting, if a little drab stylistically. Scavenger's Reign will premiere sometime in 2023. Sci-fi and gaming news can be a dangerous business, as IGN discovered when their summer of gaming coverage was abruptly interrupted by killer aliens. The invaders were apparently the cast of sci-fi horror game The Callisto Protocol. The game is set on Jupiter's moon Callisto, so that's a long way to travel to complain about a review. It turns out the whole thing was sponsored by game studio Striking Distance, and no presenters were actually harmed. The Callisto project launches December 2 on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Amazon have announced that Mass Effect Legendary Edition will be available for free during this year's Prime Day, which happens mid-July. Amazon are reportedly negotiating a deal to make a Mass Effect series, so perhaps we'll see some kind of announcement tied in with the game giveaway. A range of games from The Grid, Need for Speed, and Star Wars franchises will also be available on the day, with 24 other games becoming available for free from June 21 in the lead up to the big day. Pop culture mega event Supernova returned to Sydney this weekend for the first time since lockdown. We went to take a look. After 2 years in lockdown, pop culture crowds were back as Supernova returned to Sydney. The Dome at Olympic Park was packed, and studios big and small were keen to get the attention of fans. Thor's Hammer was a popular attraction, and fan film producers were showing off their own props, costumes, and models. Locally produced animation Metropius even had AR embedded in their companion comic.
Metropius is a diesel punk sci-fi. We made a proof of concept animation that was funded by Screen Queensland. This is one of the thorns from our world. You can kind of check it out on metropius.com, but there's we've been working for 6 years now on all of the backstory and the world building and characters that go into that make up our diesel punk world.
As always, there was plenty of merch, and you could even get some pointers on how to wield your new purchase.
2. Hip. Behind.
Or maybe virtual reality is more your thing. International stars were also back on stage and in person. While we didn't wait for autographs, plenty of fans were obviously keen. The stars we did track down seemed a little camera shy, but that's okay because the real stars of Supernova are the cosplayers. So I'd love for you to tell us about your costume.
So it's just the Snyder cut black suit Superman. The trimming and the emblem and stuff like that, that's all glued on by me. And then there's a muscle suit just underneath this one basically to give it the Superman size.
Tell us about the process of making this awesome costume.
First, I have to make the 3D fly by myself, and then I 3D printed it.
Sometimes a costume isn't enough. You need the right car too. So the crowds and the merch have returned in full force, and that is a wrap from Supernova Sydney 2022. Supernova heads to Perth this weekend, June 25 to 26, and will then be in Brisbane and Adelaide during November. Check the link in the description for details. Our latest viewer poll asked which was the best sci-fi streaming service in Australia, and the votes are in. Newcomer Paramount Plus took out top place, with Netflix holding its own to come in just behind. Disney Plus and Apple TV Plus tied for third, with Amazon taking fourth spot. It seems there's no sci-fi loving for local streamer Stan. And that was the week in sci-fi. We'll be taking a couple of weeks off, returning with new episodes in July. In the meantime, you can stay up to date with sci-fi news at ionsci-fi.com.